Few shows have graced the universe and have been absolutely groundbreaking. Friends, The Office, Seinfeld. Last year, however, in 2020, humanity at a low, COVID taking out people left and right, one show came down from heaven and blessed us in a time when we needed it most. I'm of course talking about Brat TV's Attaway General, a show starring only the best actors, those being a bunch of TikTokers. Welcome to The Problem With, the Scratch That, there's no problems with. I'm your host, number one Attaway Boy, and today I will be discussing the beauty that is the first two episodes of Attaway General.
The Teen Volunteer, or TV program, is what you make of it. The more you prove yourself, the more rewarding your time will be.
The show begins with an introduction of the teenage volunteers who are prepped for what they're supposed to do at their jobs.
You'll help with clerical work, transpo, keeping patients company. Yes.
These kids acting, it's just amazing. The emotion this girl puts into that yes. You can almost taste the excitement.
This is Nurse Sandy. She's the heart of the ER. Make her laugh and bring her chocolates, and you're golden. But if you make her mad, you're gonna have a really rough road at this hospital.
Why is she talking about the receptionist like she's reading her character description in a video game? She's sitting right there.
Ambulance Bay needs hands. Patient Dr. Henry and everyone on call. Metro bus crashed downtown. We're about to be at capacity.
We then learn there's been a bus crash and that the hospital will be at full capacity. Must be a small hospital.
This is gonna suck.
This kid, Jack, played by Diego Martyr, is the best actor I think they could have possibly gotten. You can tell he doesn't want to be there. And I'm not talking about the hospital.
As first years, you're responsible for Franklin.
Who's Franklin?
This is Franklin.
Wait, what the f? They gave a face to a coffee maker. Were the writers so high they just said f it and decided to throw a coffee pot with his face in the show?
Jack and Rosie, you guys can help me upstairs with lunches. Kit and Georgia, there's a new shipment of donated toys in the shed.
Our group of heroes get assigned their own worlds, and they're off.
Well, I can see why they call this room the shed.
Yeah, because it's a shed. We then begin to learn why each of them are at the hospital. Kit, played by Gabby Morrison, wants to become a doctor. Georgia, played by the only person whose name I didn't have to look up, Dixie D'Amelio, is only there because her father is Dr. Henry, the greatest doctor in the world.
Why did you volunteer to work at a hospital?
I got arrested. Beats juvie.
Jack was arrested. What was he arrested for?
In prison, you're never supposed to ask about the crime.
I don't know. The show doesn't say, but with someone who looks like this, you know it was fucked up. And Rosie, played by Lauren Kettering, just
I
likes
just love
to help people.
Me? Hello? Hey.
We then meet Holden, played by Eric Montanez, who is one of the people in the bus crash. He's bleeding out, and people are ignoring him. It makes sense. Let's just see what he has to say to Kit.
I'm just, I'm a little worried right now because I'm losing a lot of blood. And my favorite sweatshirt.
Nothing important. Next, we find a 6-year-old girl who is dying, but forget that, because Jack and Rosie are trying to feed some other kid, but he's not buying into their shit. And of course, you can only assume that some wacky shenanigans are going to go on.
Come on, dude. You're the last one. You have to eat. Hey, don't ignore me.
Holy shit, the acting is terrible. I mean amazing. I wish I was that talented.
Approach.
Hey, that's mine!
Eat your food.
It's sad that the 4-year-old is the best actor in the show.
Stevie, sweetie, you need to eat to get big and strong and feel better.
I'll give her credit. The girl playing Rosie is at least trying. That's more to say about Jack or Georgia. Speaking of Georgia, let's see what she's up to. Sleeping when she gets woken up by someone entering the room, so she decides to defend herself with a spray bottle. If it was a murderer, she'd be fucked. Luckily, it's just another TikToker, so she's fine.
All of us have work.
Am I supposed to congratulate you?
Why does the music sound like it's being reversed? Is it to avoid copyright because they spent all their money getting Dixie D'Amelio on the show to afford music? I think it is.
If you want to.
Whoa, back it up, dude. You just met this girl. Slow down, please. We come back to the dying girl as Dr. Henry saves her life by simply injecting her with something, then leaving. That's how good Dr. Henry is. He just needs to give this kid a shot and she's fine. Next, he's going to cure someone of their cancer by giving them 2 aspirins and a glass of water to wash it down. Finally, Georgia is able to get the kid Rosie and Jack have been trying to get to eat to do exactly that by bribing him. Good plan. 10 out of 10.
ER, and there was this boy, he was bleeding everywhere. So I saved his life. And then Dr. Henry...
The episode ends with our group of heroes leaving the hospital, proud of the minor things they all did, until Nina, played by Maddie Monroe, comes in to remind them that everyone they just helped are still f***ing dying.
Next week, try to be a little more professional. These will help.
Wow, this is so cool.
Drew Gooden pointed this out in his video on the show, but it would be a crime if I just ignored the fact that none of these people's mouths moved, so no one could have said, wow, this is so cool.
I really hope so.
It has my name on it.
Yeah, Jack, it does.
Yeah, Jack, you genius. You can read your own name. Congrats.
I would have used absorbable sutures myself, but then they couldn't bill you twice.
Episode 2 begins with Kit talking to Holden, telling him about how the hospital is scamming him out of money, before she leaves and, oh no, Holden fainted. Oh, but forget about that. Nina briefs the kids on their jobs for the episode and they all split up. We learn that the guy Georgia was talking to in the shed, I think his name is Will, but I'm too lazy to double check that, is actually Dr. Henry's protege, as the two continue their flirting.
I didn't know you were Dr. Henry's protege. What a nerd.
Nerd or stud?
Nerd.
Smart is the new sexy.
This writing makes me want to die, and the acting doesn't help.
I read that somewhere.
Oh, you read too? I'm impressed.
I read lots of things. Novels, magazines, instruction manuals.
That's such a specific list. They couldn't have said something like poetry? They went with instruction manuals?
Guess you didn't think the other guy would hit back, huh? Wow, 33 pins?
We see Kid is bothering Chum Lee when Georgia comes to save him.
Just juice, please.
Since when did Jack care about manners? Wasn't he arrested for blowing up a kindergarten? I guess professionals have standards.
Are you sure you don't want some pudding? It's really good.
I said no.
I've never wanted to punch a kid in the hospital before, but I'm seriously thinking I might want to change that.
Right hook, left jab, maybe an uppercut even?
Chum Lee is here speaking for all of us. Please stop my suffering. And I'm not talking about Kid, I mean the whole show. Georgia goes to meet with her buddy and the two finally kiss. The moment we've been waiting for the past 15 minutes.
Davy Jacobs, 5'10", 200 pounds. So, was that your plan to lose a few? Start a fight and hope he punches back right in the jaw?
Did Kit just call this poor hospitalized dude fat? Anyways, so Kit finds Holden being rushed to the ER. Then we discover the shocking twist that the kid Jack and Rosie are looking after was the one who really started the fight, not Chumley, and that he is the true bully.
Snitch on me again and I will break your jaw a second time.
You do that, you have to deal with me.
Bro, I'd back off if I were you. You don't want to with Jack. He was arrested for first, second, and third-degree murder within the same hour.
With you kids, you can't follow the simplest instructions.
Nina scolds them for being shit at their jobs, which is fair because they are shit at their job.
Excuse me, Nurse Sandy. Can you tell me what happened to Holden?
No updates, kid. Holden has a severe heart condition.
Kid bribes Nurse Sandy with a single chocolate bar to get her to give personal information regarding Holden's condition. Good to know Attorney General will give away your sensitive information for the equivalence of $1.50. But at least we get to learn that Holden has a heart issue and is slowly dying.
He's at Attaway General getting the best care there is.
Yeah, once Dr. Henry gives him a Spider-Man Band-Aid, he'll be as good as new.
I was a TV too. All 4 years of high school.
So
I didn't want to be here either.
Nina tells Jack that she didn't want to be a volunteer either, but now she's happy they're in the Attaway cult.
Your mom texted she's not going to be able to see you next weekend. Sure, come on. Don't have all day.
Coming.
Apparently, Georgia's got mom problems too, so there's that, and that's where the episode ends. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that Attaway General is the greatest show of all time, with fantastic writing and action that makes it known the care and hard work given into the show. That, or they half-assed the script, spent too much money on a hospital set, and the rest on TikTokers, hoping that it would be enough to get an audience. That sounds about right. Unfortunately for us, it seems to have worked, as each episode gains from a minimum of around 600,000 to as much as 8 million views, as well as 2 seasons as of writing the script. Will I do the rest of the series? Maybe, probably not, because I don't know if I want to suffer anymore. But as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, press the like button. It'll make me very happy. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I mean, you don't have to, but it'd be really cool if you did. And as always, I will see you next time with some more problems.